Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful Easter, had a break, and was able to hang out with some of your family and friends and eat lots of chocolate if you like chocolate. Yeah, all that good stuff. Just have some time away and a bit of a break. So we're doing this from the 1st of April, Monday the 1st, to Sunday the 7th of April. And yeah, so how I work is I call in my guides, or those in spirit who love me, ask them to come close and to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, techniques and exercises that may come along with that. So if you just give me a sec, I'll seal off, tune in, call in my guides, and we'll get straight into it together. Okay, so they're talking about what you're really wanting to be doing at this time, but they're also talking about what kind of environments are you putting yourself in to either help and give more support, give more sort of influence is an interesting word they just said, influence to what you're really wanting to achieve at the moment and to what you're really wanting to do. And is that actually working for you? Is there a connection between what you are doing and where you are putting yourself in an environmental level? And this can be broken down into so many different aspects. You know, some of the main ones are, you know, family, friends, around activity, around work. Basically breaking it down into uplifting, positive, happy, beneficial, supportive, loving, and not that stuff. And it's either one or the other. It isn't sort of a mix of both. And if it is a mix of both, there's a confliction there, which is going to create or emphasize and expand upon any confliction within yourself. And it's not about making major sort of drastic changes, but it is really about you seeing and really being more aware of where you're at, what you're really wanting to do, what you're really wanting to achieve, where you're putting yourself, and how that's either helping or hindering that process. And you can actually bring it down to particular aspects of your life if you want to. That makes it a little bit easier, because when you work, if you kind of look at your life like a pie chart, and you know you've got all these different aspects here, and you actually work on one bit, because they're saying what happens with a lot of people, and they're having a bit of a poke at me and saying David does this as well, is you try to do everything all at once, and you're trying to fix everything all at once, and it becomes overwhelming, it becomes tiring, it becomes difficult, and then you know it sort of goes by the wayside. A bit like what can happen with New Year's resolutions and different things like that. So what another way of doing that, and if you can do that, great, you know, that's really awesome. But it's about sort of looking at really achievable ways in which you can start to implement this into your life in a nice, smooth and easy way, and a way in which you're going to be able to do this consistently, and it's not going to be incredibly difficult for you. When it's incredibly difficult, you put so much energy and pressure, you get anxiety before you do it, you feel despondent when you don't do it, or you only do it half, and the list goes on. So what they're suggesting is for you to cut out a piece of the pie, okay? Not do your whole life all at once. So cut out one piece or one aspect, and actually ask yourself and have a bit of a think about this, and analyze with this, and go, okay, is my intention and what I'm really wanting to achieve here, is that matching the environment that I'm putting myself in? And this could be with sports, with food, with friends, with whatever I said, all those different categories and many, many more that I didn't mention. If there's a confliction there, it's about you going, okay, so cut it down, make it really simple. You know, what is the easiest solution that I can create in which is going to benefit me in the highest way possible? And that could be you limit your time with somebody. It could be that you try to resist going to Macca's or KFC or that sort of thing if it's about eating. You know, if it's about workplace, it's about, you know, trying to cut down on that office dramas or whatever dramas are happening at work and helping you to focus on that. There's many ways you can do this, but just that little bit at a time. And when you do this, even if you can do it once, or you can do it for a little bit, or you can do it for, you know, all day, you know, or 100 times a day, congratulate yourself. The more you congratulate yourself, the more you release those beautiful chemicals within your system, you know, the oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, all that sort of stuff. As well as that, you're actually saying to yourself that you're doing a good job. So energetically and emotionally, you're actually nurturing yourself and you're giving yourself a massive big congratulations and you feel good about that. And then from that, it actually helps to propel you to do that more. So have a bit of a think about that and have a bit of a think about how that can fit into your life and what you can actually do about things. And it might actually be that you write a list and you just break it down and start with the easiest stuff first, you know, and sort of go from there. So cutting it down, nice and simple, nice and easy, congratulating yourself, it makes it a lot more fun and consistent, and you can do it for a longer term as well. So I'm just going to get on with the weekly readings and we'll see what's popping up for Easter Monday. All right, that was pretty simple. I just said have fun. That could be what inspired my Dali style mustache. Just before I thought, hey, I've never done that before, I'll see how it works. Yeah, it's about having fun, it's about enjoying yourself, it's about sort of going with it. And also too, it's about allowing yourself to be in that moment, allowing yourself to have fun, to enjoy with people that are around you. And for a few people out there, it's about giving yourself a bit of time out, giving yourself a bit of a break on Monday, especially if you're starting work on the Tuesday, or for those people who are doing hospitality or working right through. It's about allowing yourself to have that time, even if you can get 20 minutes, half hour, whatever that is. So getting on to Tuesday. So Tuesday is, it's about clarity, and it's about getting clear about, you know, where you're actually walking on Tuesday. You're going to be walking on disgruntledness, you're going to be walking on happiness and joy. And it's not just, you know, in the morning. One thing that I do, not all the time, I can't say, but actually I set the intention for the day. I go, cool, today I'm going to do my best to be focused. Today I'm going to do my best to, you know, be as happy or in flow as I can, to, you know, recognize the joy that's around me. But then it's also about creating that clarity right through the day, not just in the morning when you're in bed or when you're getting up and getting sorted. It's about kind of reminding yourself of that and actually bringing yourself back into alignment about what you really want to achieve that day, and how can you create that in more of a clear, easy and flowing manner. Okay, so getting on to Wednesday. So that's a interesting one. I've never heard this before. They just said forget about it. So I actually don't 100% know what they're talking about. They're saying, okay, some examples, because this is going to be different for different people. So some examples of forget about it is, forget about the fact that, if the day before didn't work for you, or allow yourself to forget about any of the pressure that you're putting on yourself. Forget about some of the inconsistencies that are going on. Forget about some of the upsetness you might have towards a particular situation or person or whatever it is. So forget about it is allowing yourself to forget about it. And they're just reminding me of a really easy, simple technique that I do and that I teach people quite often. Really good one. So basically what you do is, if something pops into your head that you want to release, to let go of, to forget about, that sort of thing, first you call in spirit, or whoever you feel comfortable calling in, the universe, the angels, your spirit guides, whoever it is, your higher self. And then actually close your eyes, have that thing either mentally or emotionally, or connect with it in your body. Then actually say to yourself that you're going to allow yourself to step back from this, to release this from your system. And so, if it's a picture, if it's a thought, if it's a word or a sentence that's going across, whatever it is, allow yourself to feel that, recognize that, see that, whatever works for you. Then actually dislodge it from your body, from your system. Imagine, see, feel, whatever it is, that you've got a nice white, this time they're showing me white, a white bag in front of you. Pop that thing into the white bag. Ask yourself, or have a bit of a feel, is there anything else that is connected to this? If there is, cool, I'm going to release that in there. You can do this like what I'm doing with your hands about releasing. You can do it through going, I'm going to blow it out. I'm going to take some nice breaths in and blow it out. You can do it mentally. You can do it whatever way works for you. Pop it in the bag, tie it up, and then say to spirit, your guides, whoever you called in, mate, take that. I don't need it or want it anymore. Thank you. And just say, I totally release this from my system. Let that go. And so what that does is it'll help you to disconnect from it and to actually create some objective compassion around what that thing is. Now, what could happen is it might keep popping up during the day, but you just do this practice again and again and again. And what you'll find, I know this from personal experience, is the more that you do it, the lesser it gets. So that the actual degree of it actually slows down. And so, yeah, try this out, have a bit of fun with it. There's some things I've done with this where I've been doing it for about 2 weeks straight, 3 weeks straight, and all of a sudden I couldn't even remember what that thing was. And I might have done it 50, 60 times a day. So when you get quite good at this and when you practice it, only takes about 30 seconds or a minute, if that. You just close your eyes for a second, find it, release it, put it in the bag, give it to spirit, boom, it's done. Okay, so I'd love to hear what you think about that. Try it out. So getting on to Thursday. Okay, it's Thursday. It's funny, it's a bit about mind matters. They're talking about mind and about what, where does your mind sit naturally? Does it sit in a hypervigilant sort of on-the-go state? Does it sit in more of a quiet state? This is just at the moment. Where's more of that foundational sort of place in which your mind is sitting? And then actually to ask yourself, is this something that's benefiting me or it is not benefiting me? Very simple. Cut it down. If it's not benefiting you, if your mind is racing, like I'm being shown with quite a lot of people, especially at the moment, it's about, you can do the thing with the bag, but then you can actually allow yourself, I do this a lot in a lot of different ways, allow yourself to recognize that racing mind, actually make a conscious decision to say, I'm going to allow myself to decompress from this. I'm going to allow myself to relax from this. Do some nice breathing in through your crown. Could be a white or a gold, a very soft gold light that you're breathing in, just concentrating, breathing into your heart space. You could also breathe down into your navel and your base if you wish. If you do breathe into your navel or your base, I would highly recommend that you breathe that energy out the bottoms of your feet into the earth, which will help to ground you and it will help to energize you in your navel and base. If you're breathing it into your heart, you can expand it in your heart center, and then just breathe that beautiful heart space energy through your body. Bring yourself back, back into your heart, and then actually ask yourself, all right, where do I want to work from? Where do I want my mind to sit? In a clear, relaxed, comfy, nurturing, chilled place in which my heart and mind are working together? Or do I want to be thinking about 15, 20 things at once, having a racing mind? Okay, going back to Friday, thank you, Friday. Okay, so Friday is about, creating a bit more ease and grace. Friday is about sort of making it a bit smoother for you. It's about sort of, I was going like this because I feel like I'm kind of, they're laughing, saying I'm dodging the conflict. I'm dodging the drama. If there's any drama around you, I'm dodging the bullshit that can pop up around you, or those inconsistencies which are going to pull you out of your groove. So there's this thing at the moment, and they're saying it could sort of go either way. If you allow yourself to sit within your body a little bit more and ask yourself, okay, do I want to be in flow? Do I want to be in my heart? Do I want to have more clarity and more chill and more expansiveness in my life? I can recognize where the drama, the bullshit, the discontent is, and I can actually allow myself to navigate around that and be in flow. So this is about Friday. So getting on to Saturday. Saturday, funny, this is a funny one. Saturday is about food. Yeah, so Saturday's about food. So maybe have a barbecue with your friends, get some of that yummy stuff on the barbie. It could be that you go out to dinner with your friends. Could be that you have a nice dinner with yourself, or your cat, your dog. You might want to share some with that, or your birds or snakes or whoever you live with. It might even be that you do this on your own and you allow yourself, because this is about nurturing, and it's about kind of preparing something or going somewhere on Saturday, which is going to really, they're saying it's about asking yourself, what do you really want? If you could make one really nice meal for yourself or have one be cooked, what would that be? Could be as simple as cheese on toast, cheese toasty. Could be something a little bit more extravagant, going to a very nice restaurant. It could be fish and chips. Or, if you don't eat fish, it could be potato cakes and hanging out down in the park or wherever. So Saturday is about food. Getting on to Sunday, free day. So they're saying Sunday's a free day. So what do you want to make a Sunday? And how do you want to make Sunday, actually, was more the case, they said. So Sunday is really about letting go, and it could actually be about not having any intent, about throwing all your techniques away for the day, about not actually doing anything, not actually having any plans, not actually trying to navigate your way through anything. It's about just chill and see where you go, see where you flow. Really good having a bit of that spontaneous action in your life and allowing yourself to just let go of any structures, any stuff, things to do, things like that. Very, very important to do that, and to do it on a reasonably consistent basis, because we do get caught up a lot in got to do this, need to get this done, this structure, this procedure. So allow yourself to have a bit of flow, a bit of chill and spontaneity on Sunday. So yeah, that was a pretty cool one. Hey, yeah, I like that. So let me know what you think. I love getting your comments, love you sharing me around, all that sort of awesome stuff, helps the algorithms, helps me to get out there to more and more places. Yeah, so if you'd like a session with me, all the links are below. So check them out, give me a call, we can have a consult. There's lots of information on my pages and on my website. And yeah, I look forward to meeting you again, connecting with you next week. Have a fantastic time, and I'll see you then. Okay, lots of love. Bye-bye.